Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Braja Janardana. Yashodanandana Braja Janardana. Yamuna Tira Vanachadi. Yamuna Tira Valachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe, Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe, Jaya Radha Patasati Radha Patasati Radhe, Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jagannath Swami, Nayana Patagami, Bhavastu me. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Vishwapad, Brahmasa, Parivrajikacharya, Asto Tarasachi Simad. His Divine Grace, Srila Bhai Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Nityalila Pavishta Om Vishnupad Parambasa Parivrajikacharya, Asto Tarasachi Simad. His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Rup Shri Sanatan Bhattara Gunat, Shri Jiva Gopala Bhattadasa Raghunath Sadguru Swami Swabu Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Braja Bhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Books Distribution Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Snan Yatra Maha Mahotsab Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Shri Mukunda Datta Disappearance Day Ki Jai. And Siddhar Pandit Disappearance Day Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Nirutai Gaur Primanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Gopal Krishna Krishna Prabhupada Sasita Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Devim Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyabadi Paskyacha Desatarine Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Om Agyanam Timirandasya Gyanangana Salakaya Chakshurundilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Sabadutam Paritana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakambitam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshware Sabhano Sute Devi Mami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kipa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So today is the most auspicious day. Today we're celebrating snana yatra. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ke. This snana yatra originated in Puri, where Lord Jagannath has been worshipped along with his brother and sister for thousands and thousands of years. The first snana yatra was observed by the king Indradyumna. Snana yatra means that's the first day when they gave Abhishek to the Supreme Lord. That was his birthday. The day when actually the Lord first received the puja from his devotees. So what we're going to do here is to read from what I gathered from some important texts. There's so many informations about snana yatra, but this one I took from the ISKCON Desire 3. This is a portal whereby so many lectures, so many kirtans, and so many articles regarding the nature of the absolute truth, and mostly from our ISKCON devotees. So we'll meditate on this. This is like more of a collection of different stories and different parts, and you may say from the sastras. Is that all right? We'll read Hindi translation. Okay. This is special bath of Jagannath takes place on the Purnima of Jesta month, Devasnan Purnima. So today is Purnima, to commemorate the appearance day of Lord Jagannath. According to Skanda Purana, when Raja Indrajumna installed the wooden deities, he arranged this bathing ceremony there. This day considered to be the birthday of Lord Jagannath. Jagannath Swami Ke. Of course, the Lord doesn't take birth. He is eternal. But it is for our own understanding that sometimes He manifests and sometimes He is unmanifest. Held in the full moon day of the month of Jesta, this festival is also simultaneously held in all other important parts of Puri. It attracts thousands of visitors and pilgrims all over the country. How many of you have observed that festival in Puri? Raise your hands. No. Snana yatra. We're talking about snana yatra. Jai. Snana yatra. Actually, this snana yatra has been observed even the day before, because they will have to bring the deities of Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra to the Snan Vedi. Snan Vedi, the place where they will be given this Abhishek. And it is situated, the Snan Vedi, situated in such a way, it is inside the temple compound, but it is situated in such a way that you can see even if you are outside of the temple. 100 yards you can see. So close. Niladri Mohadaya, a religious text written in Oriya, in Orissa, records the rituals of the festival. Sri Harsa, in his Naisidiya Charita, chapter 15, text 89, also refers to this festival of Purushottam. Actually, there are 10 rites or rituals before the Ratha Yatra. So this is like the first one before the Ratha Yatra of Lord Jagannath, which is going to be held 2 weeks after this festival. Is that June? When is Ratha Yatra this year? 25th of June. This bathing ceremony has a speciality, as this festival does not find mention in the early religious text. It is believed to be a tribal ceremony. Lord Jagannath, in his early form, was being worshipped as Nila Madhava by a Savara chief called, what is the name of that chief? Vishvavashu. This story is nicely told in the drama Jagannath Priya Natakam. Remember this Jagannath Priya Natakam? This was retold by His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami, and devotees of ISKCON, they reenacted this very wonderful drama of Lord Jagannath. Till now, it is Daityas and Savaras, tribals, who have the exclusive right to conduct the festival. The tribals called Sawaras of southern Orissa still perform a rite to bathe their deities ceremoniously on the last day of the month of Jesta. For this, they collect water from remote jungles where it remains untouched even by the shadows of animals. On the previous day of Snana Yatra, the images of Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, along with the image of Sudarshana, are ceremonially brought out from the sanctum in a procession to the Snana Vedi, bathing pandal. This special pandal in the temple presence of Puri is called Snana Mandapa. It is such at a height that visitors standing outside the temple also can get a glimpse of the deities. Somewhere else I've read there's also a deity of Madan Mohan. It's being brought outside. Here I did not mention. For the festival of the on the 14th day, Chaturdasi, the day before the bathing Purnima, when the deities are taken out in procession, the whole process is called Pahandi or Pahandi Vijay. Scholars have given different interpretations of them. Pahandi, some opine that it has been derived from the term prashpanda, meaning movement. Some others are inclined to interpret it as derivation from Pandya Vijay. For the festival, the Snana Vedi, bathing platform, is well decorated with traditional paintings of trees and gardens, flags and toranas. Arches strung with mango leaves are also put up. Usually this is the tradition. You have mango leaves. It's part of the festival. Do you put that here also on festival time? It's mango leaves? We do it in Vrindavan. Whenever we have a festival in Vrindavan, there's strings of mango leaves all over the temple mandapa and all over the temple courtyard. The deities are profusely decorated with flowers. All kinds of perfumes such as dhup, incense, aguru, oils, etc. are then offered. As the Pahandi of the deities takes place to the accompaniment of music and beating of various indigenous drums, thousands of devotees jostle and crave for a look at the deities in procession. In Puri, the bathing procedure is as follows. Jai. Sisirada Parthasarthi ki, Lalita Visakha Devi ki jai. Sisi Gaurnitai ki jai. Sisitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai. See, every day also we bathe the deities. We perform Abhishek. And for those temples that worship Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they don't directly give snan. They have a mirror. And from the mirror, they would do the Abhishek. It's only once a year that they will actually do the Abhishek and the transcendental form of the Lord. So every day we do that behind closed doors. So here, this is the procedure of the Snan. After Mangalartik, the Suwaras and Mahasuwaras. What does Suwara means? We just read it. Suwara. No. Suwara means inhabitants from South Orissa. Okay? Sawaras. And then Mahasuwaras, that means they're bigger. Go in a ceremonial procession to fetch, this is too loud. Can you put down a little bit? This is too much echo. Feedback. They go on a ceremonial procession to fetch water from Sunakoa, golden well, in 130 vessels of copper and gold. All of them cover their mouths with a piece of cloth so as not to contaminate it even with their breath. So they put some cloth. Then all the vessels filled with water are preserved in the Boga Mandap. The Palapandas, a class of Brahmin priests, then purify the water with haridra, that means turmeric, jawa, whole rice, benachera, chandan, aguru, flowers, perfumes, and medicinal herbs. The bathing festival takes place during the morning hours of the Purnima Titi. And this is the proper way. We just heard this morning that they will do the snan around 4 o'clock. We're in Ghaziabad, because Satapur, and Ghaziabad also, because we have deities there. Our original, I remember when I first came in India or stayed here in Delhi Temple, we have this Jagannath, Baladeva, Subhadra. We used to worship them downstairs, right? Where the VIP room, this is a VIP room now, and now they've been transferred to Ghaziabad. The Veding festival takes place during the morning hours of the Purnima Titi. The filled vessels are carried from Bogamandapa to the Snana Vedi by the Sawaras in a long single-line procession. This ritual is called Jala Di Bash. Jala means water and Abhishek means bath. Prior to the bathing ceremony, Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra is covered in silken cloth and then smeared with red powder. That means kumkum. They are taken in procession to a platform which is specially decorated and purified with water and incense. 108 gold vessels are filled with water taken from a special well containing waters from all the holy tirthas. It says also that this water is sandalwood scented. Abhishek is performed with this water, accompanied by the chanting of Vedic Pavamana Shukta mantras, kirtan, and blowing of conch shells. Due to the amount of bathing liquids that are offered to cool the Lord's transcendental body at this time, bear in mind that this is the hottest time in India, just prior to the refreshing monsoon rains. His painted form takes a bit of a washout. See this paint that they use in the original Jagannath deities, they're made of natural mineral oil-based paints. It's not like synthetic that you buy in the market. The colorization of the deities' faces are painted on with natural earthly mineral paints, not modern oil-based paints. So when the water is applied to cool their forms, it is also has the effect of washing away the features of the former painting. As usual, the Lord has a plan to make everything go smoothly. To bridge the episode of his bathing and the period that he comes out to bless everyone for Ratha Yatra, he organized some special pastimes by which the devotees can serve him and remember his wonderful forms. So this is like the story goes, that the Lord's supposed to have colds because of the bathing. So many, 108 vessels. And the Lord will not be seen for 2 weeks, which means that the devotees will feel separation. Just like even in real life, if you don't see your beloved for such a long time, then you will feel very, very much in pain and in suffering. But that separation is so intense that the relationship between the beloved and the lover becomes more bonding for each other, that when they meet, it's very, very pleasing. So this is what happens in our temples also as well, where Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra before Ratha Yatra. Of course, not all the temples of ISKCON that has Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, they perform this Snan Yatra. They will perform this actual Snan Yatra before 2 weeks of their Ratha Yatra, which means that it's been done in different places in different times. And devotees, they would they will bring fruits and some offerings which supposed to alleviate or give some kind of treatment for the Lord to get rid of his colds. The Lord cannot have disease. The Lord cannot have colds. We can have colds. We can have disease. But this is part of his pastimes, just to give more the devotees a feeling of more intense love for this separation of 2 weeks. So to keep a wonderful mood of seeing the Lord in an uplifting manner, the Lord arranged for the Hati Vesh. Festival where Lord Jagannath and Lord Balaram then puts on the elephant dress, Hati Vesh, and Lady Subhadra wear a lotus flower vesh. So immediately after the Snan Yatra, after the bathing, then they will put some clothes to Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, and they will put this Hati Vesh, or the clothes which or outfit which seemingly that Lord Jagannath is like wearing an elephant outfit. But it says also that this is used just to kind of cover up his form, which most of the paint has been already washed. So to cover up, because it's not good to see the Lord in that form, and others who are not understanding the form of the Lord as transcendental, even though the paint is already washed away, they may commit some offense. So they covered up. The original story is told in several different ways. Some call Hati Snan elephant bath, some call Ganesh Abhishek, as they identify the following story as being the original cause of the Lord to wear this elephant vesh for his devotee. It is said that a staunch devotee of Lord Ganesh and himself a profound scholar visited Puri during Snana Yatra. He was amply rewarded by the king of Orissa for his scholarship. The king asked the scholar to accompany him to see Lord Jagannath, which he refused under the pretext that he wouldn't worship any god other than his Ishtadevata, Ganesh. Somehow, he was persuaded and brought before the Snana Vedi. To the utter surprise of all, Lord Jagannath appeared with an elephantine form that resembled as Ganesh. Since then, during Snana Yatra, when the sacred bath is performed, The deities are dressed like elephants, resembling Ganesh. Various other legends are also told, the reasons assigned explaining the Ganesh Vesh. During a sacred bath, the color is painted. This is the one. And the images generally fade. Seeing the wooden deities in this color, devotees may not have the appropriate devotional attitude and in fact may feel sinful repugnance. For this reason, the images are immediately dressed in the Hati Vesh, in which they remain mostly covered. After the snana yatra, the deities are kept away from public view for 15 days. And during all these days, the daily rites of the temple remain suspended. The worship of the Lord continues behind closed doors. Just like wherever we have the deities of Jagannath, Baladeva, Subhadra, so after this snana yatra, we will not see the deities, but the puja, the arti, and everyday worship of the Supreme Lord continues. As Jagannath himself instructed, after this ceremony, he is not seen for a fortnight. The deities are kept in a special sick room. Sick room called the Ratan Vedi, inside the temple. Do you have a sick room here for brahmacharis? No. This period is called Anabasara Kala, meaning improper time for worship. It has been said earlier that the deities are discolored as a result of the sacred bath. Some say look a bit off color. During these 15 days, the Daityas, descendants of Vishvavasu, the Savara, repaint and restore the deities and Jagannath's fine decorations. See, every 2 days they will do this. They will paint, let the color dry, and then the next day they will paint, then let it dry. So it's divided. During the period of coloring and decorating the deities is divided into 7 short periods, each of 2 days duration, and a short period of 1 day set apart to give finishing touches. This is how they do it. So it takes seven times of painting, then complete in 14 days. Thus, the period covers the whole fortnight. On the 16th day, the deities in their new forms are, after renovation, become ready for the public view, darshan. Jagannath Swami ke, Baladev Subhadra Maharani ke. The festival of the first appearance of the Lord Jagannath to his devotees is called Netrosava, Festival of the Eyes, Netra, eyes. Or Nava Yovanatsava, Festival of ever new youth, Yovana, ever fresh. According to the priest of the Jagannath temple, the devotee washes away all his sins if he gets a vision of the Lord on this day. On this occasion, therefore, great rush of people occurs in the temple. It's the same thing when you see Lord Jagannath on the day of his Ratha Yatra, then one is considered to be liberated. Anyone who sees the Lord on his Rath, or anyone who follows the procession during the Ratha Yatra. The Shilpa, Sastras, and Agamas testify that the deities become suitable for worship only after the performance of the rite of Chakshu Unmilana, opening of the eyes. During Anavasara, the Daityas offer to the deities only fruits and water mixed with cheese and Dasamula medicines to cure his fever. In a devotional mood, the devotees accept that due to all the bathing, the Lord becomes transcendently poorly and therefore needs to take rest. Like human beings, they are considered to have fallen ill and are treated by the Raj Vaidya or the king's physician with specific medicines, dasamulas. The temple festivals, which are held in a bigger elaborate scale in the important shrines of Puri and Bhubaneswar, are also held simultaneously in all other small shrines of the respective deities. Though in modest scales, likewise, the snana yatra is held in many other temples in Orissa and now all over the world. Other deities may also receive abhishek on this day. One should perform puja and bathe the deities with water or panchagavya and panchamrita while chanting the Vedic mantras like Puruksha Shukta. You see, when they offer, and this few days also, they offer the Lord fruits and unpeeled fruits. They don't peel the fruits. They don't take the skin of the fruits. And this is what Lord Jagannath wants. Because this is the mood, in Vrindavan mood. Lord Jagannath is in that mood. Because in Vrindavan, when they offer Krishna some fruits, they don't peel. Well, we have to peel ourselves. But his direct associates, they offer him unpeeled. This is the explanation of that devotee, that Dr. Fakir. Remember that? The one who is taking care of that Radha Madhava deities of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He left his body already. So this was his explanation. I was reading that. So Srila Prabhupada introduced this all over the world, outside of India. Even the first deities, the first deity that they worship is Jagannath in San Francisco. When they found, some devotees, they found these small dolls of Jagannath, Baladeva and Subhadra. Then he instructed his disciple, Shyamasundar, who knows a little bit of carving, to carve Jagannath, Baladeva, Subhadra, based from those small dolls. And they used to wear Jagannath on their necklace. But then when Prabhupada saw it is not good, because they used to put something on the head of Jagannath so that they can strang. So it's like an offense. It should not be done. But in the older days, you will see the pictures of the devotees in San Francisco. They have these Jagannath deities. They worship. But nowadays, they print them in T-shirts, which is not very good also, because when you offer obeisances, then Jagannath's face is on the floor. So it's not good also to do that, to have devotional T-shirts printed. And then you go to the bathroom, it's not proper. So, Lord Jagannath is the Lord of the universe, but somehow if those who are non-Hindus, they would like to enter Jagannath temple, then they cannot enter. Then Prabhupada says, if he's Lord of the universe, then everybody should be able to come. And when Srila Prabhupada was doing, he was in Puri, I believe this is late 70s, in the middle of 70s, and he was requested by the Pandas to come and have darshan. He says, I will only have darshan if you let my disciples come in. If my disciples are not able to come in, I will not go for darshan. But in the early days of his youth also, as child also, Prabhupada, he had darshan inside the temple. This was in the Lilamrita. If Vaisnava never sees the material form of anything moving or non-moving, rather everywhere he looks, he sees the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and immediately he remembers the transcendental form of the Lord. This wonderfully merciful and enlivening story of the Lord knowing the heart of his devotee and personally bestowing his mercy upon him has nothing whatsoever with that deviant philosophy. So, I think this is just a repetition. So that is the Snana Yatra. Snana Yatra Maha Mahotsav Ki! So we're going to read from these two personalities, Kolavecha Sridhar. If you have time, you can read the pastimes of Kolavecha Sridhar in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Although poor, living in a broken down hut with holes in the roof and drinking water from a cracked iron pot, Sridhar Pandit, Kolavecha Sridhar, had the fortune of Mahaprabhu's affection. He would stay up at night chanting Hare Krishna. The neighbors thought because of poverty he had hunger pains and couldn't sleep. Every day Nimai Pandit would buy banana fruits, roots, stalks, flowers, gourds, and pumpkins from Kolavecha Sridhar. A sweet love quarrel would ensue because Nimai paid only half the quoted price. See, this is the occupation, way of how Kolavecha Sridhar will earn his living, to sell different items that has something to do with the bananas. And his price is already low, but then Nimai would even bargain with him. It's like in India, you have to bargain every time. Nimai would bargain with him, and he would even cut the price into half. It's already like very small amount. And it says that the profit that Kolavecha Sridhar would gain from selling this, he would give half. Is this? He would give half? Few annas only. I don't know how much is the comparison of annas. Maybe few cents. To worship Mother Ganga. And it says that his devotees is also full of holes. Just like his house is full of holes. Very poor. Materially poor, but spiritually rich. If you have the holy name, if you have Krishna, you are the richest person in the universe. So Nimai says, actually, if you don't give your commodity in half price, I will steal them. So which one do you like? If you don't like my prices, said Sridhar, then please buy your banana flowers somewhere else. Then taking the banana flowers, Mahaprabhu would just walk away without paying a paisa. So he would just, forget it. I'm not paying what your price. I'm just going to take it. Sridhar would snatch them back and chide the Lord. I'm just a poor old Brahmana. And whatever little profit comes, we use to worship Ganga Devi. Finally, Sridhar agreed to give Nimai Pandit some banana flowers every day without charge. See, the beauty of Nimai is so captivating, so astounding, that Sridhar Pandit, Kolavecha Sridhar, his heart melts. Just like Krishna, when the elderly gopis would complain to Mother Yasoda, and when they see Krishna's smile, then all of their anger and chastisement towards Krishna fly away. So similarly, this is the same thing with Kolavecha Sridhar. Kolavecha Sridhar serves Krishna Balaram in Brajadam as Kusuma Sava Saka. His samadhi is located in the 64 Samadhis area. During the Mahaprakash Leela of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Kolavecha Sridhar was asked, what kind of benediction you want? And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is ready to give him anything and everything. And Kolavecha Sridhar, he requested only one thing. His request was that I may not forget these exchanges with you in dealings with this. This is so sweet, the dealings of like haggling and bargaining and stealing of the banana flowers or items that he is selling. He's just happy about that. He cannot compare anything with that one. He's so amazing. That even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did kirtan, and he was so thirsty, and he said, please give me something to drink, some water, and he cannot find any cup of water, and then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Kolavecha Sridhar's cup, which is cracked, which is so old, but then when he tasted the water from there, it is like amrita, it's like nectar. Shri Mukunda Datta was Srini Mai Pandit's classmate at Ganga Das's Tol or school. Mukunda had a melodious voice and he knew the intricacies of musical meters and ragas. His sweet kirtan would please all the Vaisnavas at Navadvip. Tuning in to Lord Gaura's heart, he would sing songs matching Lord Gauranga's feelings. Lord Chaitanya took sannyas amidst Mukunda's kirtan. He served Sri Chaitanya in Puri as one of the Lord's humblest followers. Once at the house of Shiva's Pandit, Lord Chaitanya blessed all the devotees except Mukunda. Mahaprabhu overlooked him because he had offended Bhakti Devi, who gives devotional service. Mukunda placed her on an equal level with karma, jnana, or even Mayavad philosophy whenever he talked to followers of those paths. Acting like a chameleon, Mukunda would glorify bhakti to bhaktas and then debate useless mundane topics with karmis, non-devotees. And with Mayavadis, he discussed impersonalism. Mukunda chose suicide as atonement for his serious offense to Bhakti Devi. He asked Lord Chaitanya if he would again receive his mercy in future life. You will receive my mercy, said Lord Chaitanya, after passing 1 million births. Happy to know he would someday get Mahaprabhu's mercy, Mukunda jumped up and down, shouting, only 1 million births, only 1 million births. We should be like that also, isn't it? We're hoping for one birth, but here, 1 million birth, and he was so happy. If we can go back to Godhead in 1,000 lifetimes, that is more than enough. But how to attain even 1,000 lifetimes compared to eternity is nothing. 1 million births is also nothing compared to the life of Lord Brahma. So he was so happy that he will regain the association of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after 1 million births. Lord Chaitanya's heart melted upon seeing Mukunda's devotion and determination. The Lord blessed and accepted Mukunda. By your birth and conviction in my words, all your offenses have been immediately destroyed. In Krishna Lila, he is Madhukanta, a person with a honey-sweet throat, a sweet singer. His samadhi is located within the 64 Samadhis area. So we stop here. It's 9 o'clock. Any questions? Are you all going to the snana yatra? Huh? Very good. That means you have Ratha Yatra also after 2 weeks. No Ratha Yatra? There is? Okay. So we stop here. You have a point? Mike. You don't have the wireless? There's a wireless, it's right there. It's not working?
Thank you, Maharaj, for giving information about the 3 festivals. So Mukunda, when he was very jubilant that he will see Lord Chaitanya after 1 crore, not 1 million, 1 crore births. So he was very happy. So this is the principle that if somebody is getting nectar of glorification of Krishna, just like Prahlad Maharaj says, Nevoduje para durate vetaranyas tadvire gayan mahamrit magna chitta. That I am not disturbed by the hellish condition also, because I am immersed in the glorification. So Mukunda was also glorifying the Lord. So in glorifying the Lord, he does not see the disturbance in 1 crore of, he does not see 1 crore, 1 crore births. He has no problem in passing 1 crore birth, because he is immersed in the glorification of the Lord. So this is the point. Otherwise, very difficult to pass 1 crore birth. Hari Bol. Mukundat Tirobhav Tithi Mahamahotsav ki, Srila Sridhar Pandit Tirobhav Tithi Mahamahotsav ki, Sri Snan Yatra Mahamahotsav ki. Hari Bol.